Hey guys, welcome back to Bright Night Tech. My name is Berto and today we are working on part 2 of my 3D printed Garrick flash helmet. That's right, so this project was only 2 videos long because it is fairly straightforward. Not a whole lot of parts to put together, just a lot of finishing, and probably the part that took the longest was just sourcing the filler primer I like to use. But other than that, we got it done in a fairly quick amount of time. But enough talk, let's go ahead and see what I did. Alright, so in the last video we left off with me putting some more wood filler on top of it. I've already gone ahead and sanded that and then put more filler primer on it to just kind of get ahead of things because we're going to do multiple layers of that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and sand this down just like so. Make sure you're getting it as smooth as possible. And even though I just smoothed it out, you can still see some divots, some imperfections. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit it with some more wood filler. This is me sanding the wings. I give it a quick little spray. We don't have to spend a whole lot of time on this. I did have to recarve some of the lines because it got filled in, but it wasn't terrible. We're pretty much done with these. You don't have to spend a whole lot of time on them. It helps that they're very small pieces to work on. Okay, so now I'm going to take this file and I'm going to go ahead and make this square a little bit bigger. It kind of printed weird because of the bed, so we're just going to fix that with this file. Alright, I went ahead and filled it in with more wood filler in those little divots and imperfect areas, and then we're going to sand this tomorrow. Alright, this is tomorrow. We're going to go ahead and sand this down. Then we're going to hit it with one more layer of filler primer, just like this. Alright, and now we're going to wait till tomorrow, and then we're finally going to hit it with that silver. Okay, I did say hit it with that silver, but first I forgot we got to sand it down. So this is what it looks like now. It's looking pretty good. We're going to sand this as much as we can, get it nice and smooth. There we go. I'm not going to worry too much about it looking perfect. You can see it's kind of shiny now, which is good. It's exactly what we want. But now we're going to hit it with some silver. Alright, so I like to use this Rust-Oleum metallic finish silver paint. So we're going to go ahead and cover this whole thing, just like this. Okay, and you can see it looks very nice. It does bring out all the little imperfections on it, but that's okay. We're going to let it dry overnight, and then we're going to actually buffer out a lot of this shininess that you see here. Here are the wings, just hit it with some gold, kind of the same idea. We're going to buff out all that shiny and reflectiveness out. Okay, so here's the next day. So the next step is I'm going to take some of this black acrylic paint. I'm going to hit it lightly all around. I'm going to make sure it's a little wet. And then I'm going to wipe it off. And it'll hopefully get into those little crevices to give it a little bit of a more textured look. More realistic look. So it's not just super shiny and reflective. Just like this. So it's looking pretty good. And we're going to do the exact same thing to the wings. Okay, just give it a little hit like this, and then immediately wipe it off. You don't want to give it too much time to dry. Just like that, just kind of a rough dry, just so it gets in those little corners and scratches and makes it nice and detailed and gives it texture. Alright, I really like how this looks, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put in the wings into those little holes. I've already sized them and followed them out so these fit nice and snug. And we're just going to push these in here just like so. There you go. Push it all the way in. I'm not too worried about gluing these because it's such a tight fit that there's no way these are just going to start popping out and being all loosey-goosey. Alright, looks good. So next thing we're going to do, we're going to hit it with some gloss finish, and then we are going to see how beautiful it looks in some of these beauty shots. And there you have it. This was a fairly painless project to do. Not a whole lot of parts to put together, just a lot of finishing. What I could have done maybe a little bit better was get it more smooth and more clean looking, but I told myself early on I wasn't going to worry too much about that because in my mind this helmet would have been a little bit worn, a little bit battle damaged, and wouldn't be flawless looking. So that hence the dry brushing with the black. I feel like that gave it a little bit more character. I'm just really happy with that look. So fun fact over here is that my shelf is now full of helmets on top. So the next step that I'm going to do in future videos is I'm going to start putting helmets up on that wall to really expand this display area and rotate out the helmets, so most of these helmets will end up there and new ones will be down there as I continue to make projects in the future. Right now my Daredevil helmet is back there on my workbench just for now while I figure this out. This is the first helmet that I have made that I can actually wear myself. All the other ones there are for display only. I can't really wear them, but this is the first one that I actually can. Just like this, and I think it looks pretty cool. Maybe an option in the future to do a cosplay of some kind, but we'll see. But yeah, super happy with it. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, go ahead and put in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button for notifications. And we will see you next time.